Well, good Monday morning to
Hey.
you. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Yeah, you.
Early this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind of early, but you got your FSU cup.
Uh-huh.
How about that FSU team?
Well,
They
it's a
beat Duke.
work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
I mean, he got dealt a bad hand, and he's trying to do the best he can with what he's got.
One day, it will be Fear the Spear, right?
That's right.
Yeah, one day.
Till
So
then, I will still stay with Fear the Spear.
yeah. Well, I mean, we're not any Fairweather fans, are we?
No. Just like the Jaguars. I know I don't talk too much about the Jaguars, but I hope they come around too.
Yeah. Well, we'll hope they'll come around, but it's just football, right?
It's football.
Now, look, you're probably wondering, all the people that I've had on, and I had Eddie on last week, right? And
That joke, that was pretty good.
did you like that? Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Do you have any jokes?
Only joke I got is, you remember about the coffin?
We didn't go over this.
The
Yeah.
guy was going up the hill, and it was a procedure, funeral procedure, and he was going up a steep hill, and all of a sudden the door opened up on the hearse, and the casket came out of the hearse, down on the street, all the way down to the end of the road, and at the end of the road it was a drugstore. It came through the drugstore, went right up to the counter, hit the counter, and the lid of the casket popped open, and up comes this guy, and he says, "You got anything to stop this coffin?"
Should we have run that by you, Chrissy, or is that pretty good? Anyway, it's Monday morning anyway, and I have Chuck with me, and this is, in case you don't know, my father-in-law.
That's
right.
right. That's right.
Been your father-in-law for 27 years.
And I got a story to tell about that
No,
too.
what did I just say?
You said, I've been your father.
Oh, he's been my father-in-law for 27 years.
Some people get it reversed. But
Yeah.
Now that
Yeah.
I got this beard, they think I'm a lot older than what I am. I'm only actually. What
You're a
is
young
older?
guy.
Yeah, I'm a young 60. I will be 69 in another couple weeks.
But you're retired.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
It's going great. It's going great. I think this is like, it's hard for me to keep up, but I think this is the second year, coming up on the second year.
Yeah.
Is that true? Is that what you think?
Is that second?
It's not
Is
the
it
first year.
been 2 years already?
I think.
No,
No?
this is
1
the
year?
First year, yeah.
2019. Yeah, okay, 1 year. It's still going by fast.
It is going by
Did you hang
fast.
out
So
before Christmas last year?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I can't remember because it was February when I started taking some time off.
in case you're wondering, Chrissy's not mic'd up, so if you can't hear her, it wasn't designed for her to talk, but she can talk anytime she wants to. So I'm good with that. I love her, and she's my wife, so she's laughing.
Remember that time, though, when we first... you were at
Don't
Grey
tell.
Gables?
No, we're not telling any embarrassing stories or anything
No,
like
you
that.
were at
so,
Grey Gables.
right?
And you were looking for a position.
Right.
They sent you...
I started off as your assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're my assistant in the youth department. We made some visits.
I was really a thorn in your flesh.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Just a young guy. Thought he knew everything.
Well, we went to
Really.
Lake Yale one time and did some Bible study. Well,
Yeah.
it was what do they
It
call
was a
that?
training. Yeah, it was a Sunday school training or something.
Training,
like that.
yeah. And
Was it Lake Yale or Blue Springs?
I think it was Blue Springs.
Blue Springs, yes.
And you were up in the room, and you were like reading your Bible, wanting to make a good impression on us guys. And I said, Chris, and remember that guy George?
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, Chris, you got any money? They got a good game going on downstairs, poker game.
Yeah.
And you looked at me like, is he
Who are
telling-
these nuts that I get in
Is he
contact
telling the truth, or
Yeah.
is he really serious, or what? But I was joking.
Yeah.
we
Chuck's
had
always joking.
Not always, but
yeah.
a lot of times, yeah.
But he's a good guy. But retired. So one thing I've noticed, Chuck, this year, with you being retired, you've gone all out on the Christmas
Well,
decorating.
not all out. I should have started earlier decorating, because I'm getting in a really good, a lot of happiness out of decoration. Putting some lights on the fence and putting up the manger scene and
Right.
2 Christmas trees in the house. And
You got a snowman.
yeah, snowman. I got that the other day at, I'm not going to say.
Snowman
where I
Christmas
got it
tree.
at, but, huh?
Snowman Christmas tree.
Yeah,
Was it all pre-done
yeah.
and everything? It looks pretty neat.
Yeah, it looks real good. And I finished up putting the bulbs, red and green bulbs on it. Then I got some, what do you call that stuff, Chrissy? That you go garland that goes around. It's red and green too, so it kind of matches up real nice.
Garland, whatever it is.
Anybody wants to see a picture, I got a picture on my phone. I'll show
Yeah,
you. It's
you
real
can
nice.
show you. Now, one of the things that you don't know about Chuck, but Chuck is really a fan. One of his favorite movies, Christmas movies, when we've been talking about that and preaching and everything, is
It's really, It's a Wonderful Life,
It's a Wonderful Life.
and it really touched my life about, I don't know, 20, 30. How old are you, Chrissy? 48.
Yeah.
Did you want that known, that you're 48?
She's trying to keep that secret.
You're a lovely 48, though. You, but I was working a lot of in the post office. When you go during Christmas time, it's not a joyful time,
Right.
Because you got a lot of responsibility, a lot of pressure,
Yeah.
a lot of mail, a lot of packages to get out for help Santa with, and I come home and I was tired, exhausted, and I was working evening shift, so it was like 2:00 in the morning when I came home. And I always like to just unwind a little bit and watch a little TV before I went into my bed. And It's a Wonderful Life was on. I think it's the first time I've seen the movie. It's a Wonderful Life. And it really, George Bailey really thought he had it bad. But actually, he was the richest man in town.
He was.
And his whole attitude and his life changed because of all the people that he came into contact with, that he made a difference in their life.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to do, make a difference in people's lives. So,
Yeah.
so it
Well,
changed my
the
whole
premise of the
outlook.
whole thing, what would the world look like
it's
if he
make me
wasn't
wanna
born?
cry, huh?
Yeah. Don't cry.
Okay.
This is not the place for crying.
No. You got
Not
tissue,
the-
Chris?
This is a Monday morning update. We're supposed to be happy. No crying here,
Okay,
right?
I'm not going to cry.
But George Bailey, the premise of the whole movie is if I'd never been born, what would things look like? And he saw what
Wish
kind
I'd
of
never been
effect.
born.
Yeah.
Wish I'd never been born.
Yeah,
That's what
well-
he said. And then all of a sudden, wow, the whole thing
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
His whole life changed. You know that, and I bring that up a lot of times on my testimony about how when I was 4 years old, I got hit by a car and I like to die. I really did. Not I would like to die, but no, I almost died.
There's just a
And
phrase.
they thought I was going to die. My dad was
Right.
in Germany. They flew him all the way back
Right.
to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And I lived, of course. And what? Suppose I had died. We're not even saying Brother Chris may not even be here because we had some connections there, and Chrissy would not have been born,
Right.
and Casey would not have been born. Vicky would have probably married a drunkard. But
Can I?
she got me.
Why did I ask you on this thing this morning? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Vicky would be lost. Everything would be. But no,
But one person's
how things are
life
connected.
changes
Right.
the whole
Yeah.
thing, you know.
Well, and it lets you know, really, in all honesty, let's tie it in spiritually for a moment, how incredibly blessed that we are with the life that God has blessed us with. And one of the scriptures we talked about last night, and I was telling Chuck a second ago before we went on that the scripture I wanted to talk about was the scripture that we talked about last night at church in 1 John chapter 3, verse 1. It says, behold, what manner of love. And it says, stop and look. What manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us that we should be called children of God. And we talked a lot about just how the love that God has to give to us is just out of this world love. Where would we be without His love and without His touch in our lives?
Like Clarence said, we've been given a gift.
Yeah.
We've been given a gift. What do we do with that gift that God gives us? He gave us salvation through His Son, Jesus Christ. We have mercy. We don't deserve it. I don't deserve it even to be on this life, living.
Right.
But He's given
But
us.
by His grace,
by
we
His
become
grace, we
children of God, right?
Right.
And now Clarence also does say every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. But we know that that's not theologically correct, but it makes for a good movie.
Yeah.
And but you even had a village, a Christmas village. It's a Wonderful Life Christmas village. You know where that's at?
In your house?
I was hoping to inherit that, but
It's
since
not
I already
my
have
house. I
no,
think
it's not
it's-
my.
I
What do you
think
think? I stole it?
No, I didn't think you stole it, but if I wasn't using it for
somewhere.
years.
It's somewhere. We need to look for that.
Yeah.
We need to look for that. Anyway,
I used to have a train going through there too.
just know this. It is a privilege to be a child of God. And this is what the Christmas season is all about, just counting the blessings and the gift that God has given us through Jesus, his son. And what a privilege it is to be called a child of God. And if you're out there today, I know this is an important truth for us. Don't ever take for granted, don't ever get used to the fact that we have been given a high privilege and a high calling. And I often think, where would I be? Where would you be? Not just without each other, but without just the touch of God in our lives. And, only by the grace of God, like we looked at yesterday morning, Christmas for the chief of sinners, the grace of God affected Paul in every area of his life. And for us, so thankful we get to live in that grace. Now, one of the things that we have to accomplish today, Chuck, by the way, is just to talk about some announcements. The exciting part is out of the way now.
Oh,
Now we get
okay.
to the boring part, and
The announcement.
which it's not really boring. It's
not
exciting.
boring. It's just activities of the church that
Yeah, which is exciting.
which leads us to grow
Yeah.
closer to God
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
to be able to touch other people's lives by opportunities. It's opportunities. That's
Do you agree with me? Let's take a poll. Have we ever had a guest on Monday Morning Update that's been this talkative? Chuck, you have been talking your head off, my head off. What is it?
I got a lot to talk about.
I'm messing up all these phrases today, but
That's what I do. I
You do
mess
have
up
a-
phrases,
Yeah.
words and stuff.
yeah. Hey, one of the things last night, somebody's phone went off in church, and it was a train whistle. So one of the things I've got to show you off here, for everybody out there, will you do your human? Chuck is a human train. You didn't know it. But
There's
he's
a
a human
story that
train.
goes behind that. I didn't just develop it overnight.
Okay.
It's like you and the trumpet. Well, maybe not exactly like you and the trumpet.
It's a skill. It's a
this
talent.
guy at work,
Right.
we have intercom systems on the phone. We'd hit a number and hit a thing. And the guy he's not supposed to do it, but he was over there and he did the train. I said, Charlie, how you do that? He said, well, you go down in your throat and you gargle like you, and then you just put your mouth together and say, and all that comes up and you develop it. There goes the train. And so he taught me how to do that. I never will forget that guy. He was crazy, crazier than I am. His name was Charlie.
That's pretty crazy.
So
One time he got in trouble. We had these big ponds. They're not ponds, they're retention ponds, okay? You're not supposed to fish out of the retention ponds. But Charlie went out there, it was after work or during lunch. He went out there and he was trying to catch a fish. And the general manager said, who is that nuck down there fishing in our retention pond? And, well, that's Charlie. Okay, we need to get Charlie out of there and get him back to work. So that's what I remember about Charlie.
moving right along. Anyway, so I'm having fun. Are you having fun? Hope you all are having fun. This has been the best Monday morning update ever. But let's get on some announcements. First of all,
ahead.
tonight something exciting. Monday school,
Oh, yeah, my
7
brother
p.m. Ernie and Carol doing a great job in the book of Luke. You don't want to miss it. Tonight, 7 p.m. By the way, if you missed it
Don't you think
yesterday,
Ernie's a fantastic
oh, they're doing a great
teacher.
job. They're doing a
But
great job.
Carol is really, she's
Carol has been a lot of insight, a lot of wisdom, both of them.
It's like Ernie says, it reminds him a lot of what's the name of that show?
George and
George and Gracie.
Yeah, Gracie.
Yeah.
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 But you
They're a lot
wouldn't
of
know
fun.
nothing about that. That was
No,
back
I'm
in
too
the
young.
50s
I'm
and
too-
early 60s. I mean,
I'm too young.
Yeah, George.
Brady Bunch
George would
person.
always be toking on a little cigar. Anyway, go
This is Monday morning
Go ahead.
update at the
Announcements.
Baptist Church, so we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, First Coast Women's Services, if you didn't bring your baby bottle back, bring it back this week. We've got to get it to them. Thank you for your generosity, though,
may
church. They've
wanna-
been really good. What's that?
One more thing I found out about that baby bottle boo boo boo. is that
Boomerang.
you can do that online. You don't have to fill up the bottle with coins.
No, you can do it online.
and
Very good.
You
Um,
save from touching that germy coins.
Yeah, give
if
away.
you're fearful
Give away.
of that kind of stuff.
Moving right along, Lottie Moon Christmas offering as well. That's important,
online
and that's for them
also.
for international missions. And let me just say this to you in all seriousness: this coming Thursday at noontime, and I told Miss Virginia, Miss Estelle, yesterday morning at Sunday school. I said I'm going to promote that in church, and I totally forgot. But they're doing this coming Thursday. At noontime, the Lady Sunday School class is inviting anybody that can come
Don't you
to
think
a luncheon.
Those two ladies are remarkable.
They are remarkable. They are
I mean,
really
they really
just
touch my
prayer
heart.
warriors
You know,
and people,
the
great
dedicated
servants of Christ.
to spreading the gospel,
They are.
which we all should be. But
We all should be. But I can't, I can't get a word in edgewise. Anyway, you're doing great though, Chuck.
go knows.
Chuck was like, I don't know what to say. I said, he's not having a problem now.
I'm shy
But
though.
luncheon, packing, packing and delivering of shut-in gifts. That's coming this Thursday. By the way, the luncheon is provided. So all you have to do is come. It's a great time. This coming Thursday at noontime. Now, also, this coming Wednesday night, just want to remind everybody, this will be the last Wednesday night before Christmas. On the 23rd, we will not be having services, but we are having Christmas Eve services, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Very special services. They always are. And that's going to be on
Do you
December
have
the
to dress
24th.
up in your
Usually
finest
dress
clothes
up.
for that?
I'll probably be wearing a tie this coming Sunday. I'm probably wearing a tie for the 24th. It's just, I've not been wearing a tie, and it chokes me a little bit. But, one of those things.
Well, I've been wearing jeans a lot.
Yeah, well, you need to quit it.
It makes me comfortable.
It's good for you to wear khakis
I think
or
if
nice
you're
pair of
comfortable in
slacks.
church, that's
Yeah.
good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
The younger people are teaching me that.
You're getting too comfortable with that beard, though. That beard's a little too long.
I think I'll trim it up in January.
Yeah.
Yeah, January 1st maybe.
We could. Or dye it to get the men's stuff.
Yeah.
Make it
You think
dye
it makes
black.
me look about 20 years younger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, grow some hair. But anyway, let's move right along here. I'm having fun. I hope you all are too. Now, this coming Sunday, we just want to remind everybody, 8 a.m. Christmas breakfast. We'll have everything in to-go plates to keep it from, you having to touch anything. You can sit in the Family Life Center, just fellowship. We'll have Christmas music going. It's going to be great. If you don't feel comfortable with that and you'd like to go to your classroom, we want you to be able to have the pancake breakfast the deacons will be doing. Real excited about that. That starts at 8 a.m. from 8 to 9. 9 o'clock, small group Sunday school, everybody in their classrooms and everything else. And then 10 a.m., we're going to have Christmas worship. The theme for the day is going to be the worship of Christmas. It's going to be great. We're going to be having a lot of special music and some things. It's going to be, we're just really looking forward to that. And also want to remind everybody, we announced this last night. I forgot to do it yesterday morning. On the this coming Sunday as well, on the 20th at 6 p.m., we're going to have a church family business meeting, and we just have to adopt the budget. We have a couple of items of business. It shouldn't take that long. Budget's not really changing that much from last year, a couple of minor tweaks here and there. But that is going to be this coming Sunday night, and the reason why we're doing that is just impossible to do it on a Wednesday evening, and but we do have to adopt the budget. So just want to let you know about that. I think that's pretty much it. Just look. Hopefully you got your announcement card this past Sunday. If you didn't, come by and get one or give us a call. We'll let you know what's going on. But hopefully we covered everything through all the craziness and everything. Hopefully we covered everything. And
We did. Well, I don't know, but you're in that position.
I'm going to close with an illustration here.
Okay.
Chuck tried to take something from me many, many years ago. We went to Chart House. Remember that?
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember it. How can I forget it? You keep on bringing it up.
I know, but it's always in relation to food. But anyway, we were there, and I wasn't dating Chrissy at the
They
time.
used to have specials on.
Chrissy was dating somebody else. I wasn't dating her at the time, but the
We let
family
you
invited me to
tag
go.
along. We
Definitely
let you tag along with
whatever.
us. Yeah.
But anyway, so we all got the prime rib dinners. It's 4th of July or something like that, and so everybody around me got the economy prime rib dinner. Which, like, I'll get the lunch special prime rib
bargain.
dinner,
We
which
got
is
the
like,
bargain.
what, 6-ounce prime rib or something like that.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to go all out. I'm a single guy. I don't have anybody else to pay for, so I'm going to get like the 14-ounce prime rib, right?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if it was that big or not.
no, it was
It's pretty big.
I go all out, right? So, I'm saying it was probably 14, 16, 18-ounce prime rib. Anyway, exaggerating a little bit. But it's probably 12, 14 ounce, whatever it was.
It was a 12 ounce.
And so I'm going to say it's 14. Anyway, the point of the story isn't how much it was, because that was a lot of years
That's
ago.
not
The
the
point of the
point.
story is when the prime rib came, Chuck got like what, the 6 ounce? I got the 14 ounce.
Yes.
Right. The prime rib comes, and it was obvious that they gave him my prime rib.
Why would she give me put in front of me the
She
plate?
made a mistake.
Well, she didn't say. Well, you tried to bring her to. Hey, look,
I tried.
That's mine.
Now, all the time I'm trying to bring it up to her, I said, I think you gave him my prime rib because I got his prime rib. Mine's smaller than his. And the waitress says, well, we don't go by what it looks like. We go by weight.
yeah.
It was obvious. But I'm still trying to decide with her whether or not she gave me the wrong prime rib. And guess what Chuck is doing? He's chowing down. He said, I better start eating this thing before they figured out they gave me the wrong one. And so the lesson of the story was better speak up for my prime rib
You
before
did
it's
speak
gone.
up for
And I
it,
did.
but a lot of
And
times-
Chrissy and I got married, and
Yeah. Yeah.
rest is history. And
And I'm being taken down to a piece of meat.
that's bad. But I'm just.
They didn't hear
but-
that. I don't think.
But it's the illustration. The point of the story is it was time for me to tell Chrissy
his
I loved
move.
her and that I wanted to say,
Time for
hey,
him
you
to
need to
make the
become
move,
my
Chrissy.
wife. You need to become my wife. So thankful for that story. Thankful that you took my prime rib because of that. If it wasn't for that, I might not have married Chrissy.
Just little details that we
Details of life.
life, you
Yeah.
know, that makes a big difference in the whole life.
Yeah.
Whole, what did George say? The whole conglomeration of things. You're just a little speck.
We know
That
all.
was
We
Mr.
know too much of that movie and all of the little like
You know, I haven't
my
seen
favorite
it
part.
this year.
Here they
yet.
come. Well, we got to watch it.
Yes, we do.
Hey.
That is a
Well, listen, we got to go. We've been way too long, having a lot too much fun. But tonight, 7 p.m., Monday school, don't want to
got a
forget.
lot of history.
We do have a lot of history. Monday morning update is about to be done. Thank you, Chuck, for joining me today.
I'm glad you asked me.
Why don't you have an FSU cup for a result of joining us?
I can have
today?
this.
You can have that, yeah.
Well, thank you.
I didn't really give it to him. He came in with it. So God bless you. Y'all have a great day, praying for you. And know this, Jesus loves
Merry
you,
Christmas.
and we love you too. Merry Christmas.